Hi there, fire signs. How are you? Welcome to Danus Celtic Worlds. I'm Kate, representing Danus Celtic Worlds. It's my business. I created this business back in 2015. Um, Looking forward to really working it the next couple of years to actually open my own shop. I'm working on that as well. In between that and teaching full time. So we're in the summertime now, and I'm focused on getting things started, getting things heated up, especially since we're talking about fire. Hopefully, you read my post and my blogs about the new moon in Cancer um, that we had on June 25th, 6:37 in the morning on that day. Um, Big new moon, big shifts playing. The universe is playing a big part in this. They want us to release and let go of the past, let go of the toxic behavior, um, the narcissistic behavior, the nitpicking, nit-natty people that just, they're your friend when they want to be your friend, but when you really need them, they don't want to be around or they don't want to. A good friend is really somebody that wants to be that with you and help you with that, even if they have 25 other things that they're doing. You know, they want to be there for you because they care about you, as opposed to the person who just wants to be there when they want to be there because it's convenient for them. And then when you need them, they're too busy for you or they just can't do it because they don't have the time nor the concern to do so. Those are not your friends. Let go of the past, let go of those who no longer serve you, and move on to your soul's journey to what serves you, that brings you to a new light, to a higher vibration, to a higher frequency, to a higher mindset, a higher soul heart mindset, inner values about you, about growing, about ascending, about being your best self that you can be in the world today, to show up in the world, going through life, walking to your destiny, your best foot going forward to your destiny, who you're supposed to be here in your truth, in your soul's journey to create the destiny you've always wanted and you've always planned. So we're here today for Reef of Fire. Let's get her done. I'm going to use the Wizard's Tarot card. I have my crystal here. I keep that on top when I'm reading. I'm going to shuffle these cards. I've shuffled them before, but I always shuffle them again. I like to shuffle them in front of my readers, my viewers, to ensure that everybody sees that they are being shuffled. And I'm getting chat messages. Oh, lovely. I love it. I love it. When I get chat messages or questions, that is super. So, with that said, I'm going to be shuffling the cards again. We're working on the Wizard's Tarot. I tried to pull another card for each sign, but I'm not used to having Google. In the past, you can have a whole long stream an hour at a time without any interruptions, maybe a commercial too. But now they're shutting it so short that I have to shut it off, turn it on, shut it off, turn it on. So I, I'm going to work on that to see if there is a way that we could get that to where it's a longer stream. Because when the full moon comes around on July 10th in Capricorn, that is going to be a moon to talk about. And then we're going after that into July. Then we're going to, at the end of the month, we're going to start going into this, all of the the eclipse seasons. And that is really what I want to touch base on with everyone and get everybody ahead and up and going on what they need to look for. You know, Astrology, tarot, and oracle card readings, ruin readings. I always equate that to. It's kind of like a card just fell out. I'm going to take it. All right. Woo! I'm shuffling, and the card just fell out. It's right here. It just fell down. At middle. All right. You have the Knight of Wands. You are moving forward. You are swiftly moving, fire signs. You are on your way. I mean, wow. I mean, woohoo. Okay. This is something, and fire signs are movers, you know. I want to say this is going to be, mm, if I was to say, it would probably have to say this card with wands, being the way it is, this is a fast mover, going fast, feeling good about themselves, you know, feeling good about adventure, ambition, you know, um, career, ambition, education, knowledge, creativity, desire, passion, and making sure that they're whatever they're doing, whatever they're moving forward, whether it's winning a crusade, going to a battle, going through your career, going through your education, taking care of your family, taking care of your children, you move forward. Okay. When it comes to the Knight of Wands, fire signs, with passion, with desire, everything you do has a lot of passion and, you know, fire and passion and desire. Okay. You know, this is, he's having an adventure. Leos like to have adventure. um, and, you know, confidence and enthusiasm. Look at, he's not slowing down. He or she could be masculine, masculine, feminine, or feminine, masculine type. Doesn't matter. Okay. We all signs have different lives and different personalities, and we're all different people, but we all have some of the traits of each of your element signs, whether it's your sun or your ascendant or your moon. Each of us has all of the signs of the zodiac within our 12 houses within our astrology. This fire sign is moving forward, okay? It, natural element of nights. He likes to make bold moves when it comes to love, when it comes to passion, when it comes to desire. He likes movement. He likes having things that are new and shiny and real fiery, new job, new house, nice furniture. Likes to make sure that when they leave the house, they look good, they feel good, they look, everybody's eyes on them. They love that. Now, this is your first card, and it's just a 3 card pull that I'm doing for each sign, for each of the four elements from the 25th till today. I started on the 25th when I was doing the new moon reading, and it was pouring, and my internet, my electric went out. Okay, so I didn't know how to take that at first, but everybody had no electric, so I didn't take it at all. It's just the way it is. It's you know, it's the electric companies, the area. We're all having bad storms here in Plains area. You know, Oklahoma, Ohio, Cleveland, and also you know, with northern Texas and parts of Louisiana. But this fire sign is going in. He's making bold moves with enthusiasm and passion. And this is someone that fire signs, those are some of the qualities that you've had in the past and have now. And so, with that said, this is your past and this is going into your present. So, I'm going to say, my spirit guides are telling me you've had this really strongly in your past, but in your present, you still hold many of these qualities just at a different level, and you've honed it in even more as you get older. If you can hold on, somebody knocked at my door. So, back in my studio. Okay, so our first card, Knight of Wands, and those qualities are with you forever. I have actually, my son's father is a fire sign, is a Leo. And I have a lot of Leo friends. Being that I'm a water sign, don't know how that happened. Since water puts our fire on fire, doesn't like water most of the time. I don't think that really matters. But um, the personality traits, there are a lot. They do have some commonalities. They both a lot of the signs like a beautiful things, like to be in beautiful things. Um, and so, what I want to say is this card is announcing, and I'm coming back to this, announcing that not only in the past but in the present, because I see a lot of qualities moving into your present day, that you are very energetic, fiery, and also engage brain before mouth. I'm getting you can be opinionated. If it's not pleasant, keep it to yourself. Have some humility. You might hurt other people's feelings, but you can be opinionated, but you're enthusiastic and you enter life with, wow, let's do this. That's great. Go ahead, come on, let's try it. Yeah, sure. You have that personality. I see that in you. You're a go-getter. Most of you. You have that fiery passion about you, especially if you really love something, someone, or you love something that you're doing, a hobby, or you're all in. Okay, I'm gonna go back to shuffling the cards because I couldn't believe that fell out like that. I wasn't expecting that. Just all right. And I like to shuffle my cards at least 3 times before I pick a card. Okay, and one more. Okay, and we have ah, but it's in reverse. Like it showed up in reverse when I picked it up. Okay, we have the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords. Now, the Seven of Swords, in your present day, um, and may not pertain to you. I'm not getting that. I'm getting that there are people in your life like this, but I think you're cognizant of it, but you don't take it personally. You kind of, I want to say you're like, that's you. As long as it doesn't interfere with my life, not my business. One of those. And I want to say with the seven, I'm sorry, with the seven, I'm going to get used to this eventually. Okay, with the seven of swords and the Rider-Waite Tarot, because this one is the Wizard's Tarot. So in the Rider-Waite Tarot, he's got the Seven of Swords, and he's bundling up, and he's like sneaking away. The sneaky guy, the one that wants to walk around and thinks he's getting away with something. Sneaky, conniving, street smart. Now you could have some of those traits about you: street smart, systematic, think ahead, detailed, organized, planning. But the Seven of Swords is also sneaky, conniving. Could be a thief. Could be somebody who likes to manipulate and likes to play the games with other people's heads. I'm not saying this to you, but I'm getting more of a feeling that you may have some of these traits. I want to say some of them would be the planning, the organizing, detailed. You want it this way. If you're writing a business plan, or if you're doing a financial forecast, or EBITDA ratios, you work for a bank, or you're a CEO or CFO, especially a CFO, you're going to make sure those dots and those lines and those numbers all are on check. and that nobody's taking you for granted this week. Nobody's taking money. Nobody's hiding anything. Nobody's playing games. Nobody's manipulating you. Nobody's telling you a story. You have some of those qualities, but you're also cosmic, metacognitively aware, intuitive, smart, passionate, outgoing. You have your eyes open on all people. Okay, and the Rider-Waite Tarot, again, this is the guy running away with tents around him, taking the swords and running off. Here, he's not running off. The Seven of Swords isn't running off with swords. He's running off from the library with a bunch of books. So apparently he's taking the books out of the library without taking them out. He's sneaking them off, sneaking the books off. Same scenario, just not swords. Books, lots of books, and some of them even falling to the ground. Just like in the Rider-Waite, some of the swords were falling to the ground. Yeah. So let's be cognizant of who's in your surroundings. Let's be vigilant. Let's be aware. Let's be aware of our surroundings. This is what I'm getting, the source block. And you have all these great qualities too about you coming in, from your past into your future. These people are in your future. You have some of these qualities too, especially the optimistic, outgoing, passionate. Can be opinionated. Let's hold our tongue. Let's engage brain before mouth so we don't hurt other people, especially if you were, and I'm getting many of you here, not all of you, many of you are successful businessmen that either run a business, run a small business, work from home, run your own company, run your own business, technology, finance, accounting. I'm getting a lot of that going on that you're doing, but you also have a lot of these qualities too, which is good for you in the present time because nobody's going to be able to manipulate you because you've been there, done that. You know how to do it better. And so you're going to see the signs beforehand, and nobody's going to play you. And that's not masculine, that's masculine and feminine. I say that for all my cards because you can be a strong Leo type and be a very strong executive COO, CFO, CEO woman. Okay. Sign of the times. Okay. So for your final card for your future, okay, let's see what we got. This seat is so low. I have to go buy myself another chair. And I'm in here, and everything is a mess because my cats like to sleep at anything that's comfy, cozy, like they're comfy cats. And then they like to play with everything too. So let's see. We got this our second time. Help me see. Others can't see. Help me see what the world can see. The Hermit. That just came out. Okay. Hermit. A solitary. Down the road, you might be working your own business from home. You want to be a solitary person, wise, knowledgeable, working from home. There is nothing wrong with that. Hey, if I could be a CFO and work from home and a hefty six-figure salary working from home, show me the way. I will build myself an extra room on the side over here and lock my door, and I will work my business 15 hours a day if I can make that kind of money. That would be lovely. Okay? When it comes to the Hierophant, you have to understand, well, you don't have to understand, you have an understanding that although you're passionate and outgoing, and like your appearance, you're smart, you're witty, you have all this passion and fire, you also like to meditate and reflect. And you like to take time off every once in a while. Take time, even if it's just going to, I do this all the time, so I'm going to use this example. Even if you like to go to academy and you only have to go buy one thing, right? And you walk around looking at everything else for 3 hours, and then you come home with one golf club because you know you have to go play a round of golf tomorrow morning after your business meeting, and you want to get a new ping putter. Yeah, I know how to play golf. And you spend 3 or 4 hours in academy, and you come home, and your friend, your partner, your wife, your significant other, your roommate goes, "Where the hell you been all these hours?" "Oh, I had to go get a putter." And they look at you and go, "For 4 hours?" Yeah, because the Hierophant likes to spend time on their own, to reflect, to meditate, to be a solitary practitioner, to sometimes do things on their own, sometimes to shut things off and do things on their own. I'm shutting my eyes so that when they get that time on their own to reflect and have reflectional time to meditate and be in a bit of solitude, like we are when prior to going to lucid dreaming, we spend time to fall asleep, to spend time in the quiet in a really dark room. I have to have it pitch black for me to fall asleep. I can't have lights. Excuse me. I need a glass of water. But, you know, spending time in nature, spending time doing the things you love, spending time to do the hobbies that you love, whether it's hiking, biking, walking, mountain biking, going to the gym, going to kickboxing, going to some karate classes, going to yoga, going to aerobics. Mm, I got some water. But doing those things will help you in the future to be this powerful, powerful person that's starting off in the beginning. Watch out for the people in your present that may try to do things and get over on you. I just want you to be cognizant of that. Make sure you always keep this youthful outlook in life. They always say, how sometimes people stay young and they don't have a lot of lines on their face and they don't really have a lot of wrinkles and things like that. They say the reason why they have that is because they still keep their childlike characteristics and their laughs and their childlike energies and their childlike, you know, personification within their current time, even if they're 50, 60, 70 years old. And it comes out of them because they keep their childness, goodness, um, spontaneity, behaviors with them, no matter how old they get, because it helps them to stay young. I want you to do that. Oh, sorry, with this card in mind. That's you from the very beginning. This is, I'm sorry, your present. You have a lot of people that are like-minded like you, that are really smart, that can be sneaky, steadfast, manipulative, can steal, can tell stories, can tell lies, lies, try to sneak off, think they're getting away with something. Keep your eyes open. Keep your wits about you. Okay. Make sure what I said is true. And this, although you might have some of these qualities, that's not because you're on the same equilibrium or of equal balance with these other people. I just want you, I'm not seeing this being part of you. I'm seeing that maybe you have a few of these qualities, but what I'm seeing is that in your present day, regardless of how old you are, I don't want to say 19 and older, you're going to have a lot of these characters come into your life. I want you to keep your eyes wide open. Wide open. Be the observer that doesn't run amok with their mouth. Instead of engaging mouth, observe behaviors. Get to know these people. Get to know how to know these people and understand them to make your business stronger. I see business person. I see family business people. Um, so that they can take advantage and be one step ahead, be 10 steps ahead. Because you have that observe, okay, she does that. I've had that before. And this is the way these people behaved, and no different. Be careful. Okay. But you have a lot of these qualities too, but not in a conniving, sneaky way, in more of a ambitious, I'm going to get the business. I want to go get the portfolio. I want to get the marketing. I want to get that marketing plan. I want to be the architect of that business that we're going to take on for Lehman Brothers, for uh, Goldman Sachs, Chase, Citibank, Deutsche Bank. You want to be the architect that takes over that investment banking business. But you have to be on and on. You have to be on the up to be up and be as good as these people are, because they know how to play the game. And these people in this card know how to play the game. Okay, fire signs. And I'm talking about all career professionals. Whether you're a manager in a store, or you're an investment banker, or you're the vice president or senior vice president or board of director of a major corporation. Make sure you know how to play the game as good as these guys do, because you do. Love it. Okay. Power. Okay, and in the end, here you have the hermit, and that's just, again, sometimes you need to take some time away. You need to go manifest. You need to recoup. You need to re recognize, I want to say, and reconnect and reflect on things on a regular basis, on what's going on in your world for you, and take time out away from it to sit back and look at the picture that you're going through in your personal life, and reflect and manifest and meditate on this in order for you to be grounded to continue on this very successful career, life, ambition, family path that you're going on in order to be incredibly successful. And you will get there, but you need to make sure that you take time for yourself, and you stand out in nature, take care of your hobbies, work out, or mountain biking, bicycle riding, climbing, walking, running, go to the gym, go play some video games or something, go motorcycle, go do something in the garden, take peace, take time out, no talking, silence, listen to the birds, listen to nature, listen to yourself most of all. Listen to what your heart, your mind, your soul say to you when you're thinking about all of these things and you're reflecting about your past, your present, and your future. Who are the people in your past, your present, and future? And how have you handled yourself around these people, and how have they handled themselves around you? And how is this all collaborated together? And has it worked or not worked? And what will work and what works for you? And you need to figure that out. And you will, because you're going to take this time out, and you're going to be able to put yourself in alignment to manifest and move through with goals in mind and objectives in mind to be very successful. That's all I see. No matter what job you have, to be very successful. Just make sure you take some time out and think about where you are, where you've been, and where you want to go. Okay. Fire signs, you're totally wrong. You really do. You've got the power, baby. You are on fire. Okay. It was lovely having this reading for you. I hope if you have any questions, or you have any sentences you want to talk about, or write in the chat. Okay. Write down anything that you want to discuss with me. If you want to have a future reading with me, if you want to talk about anything that you may be interested in pertaining to your astrology, I love that. And normally, if I do a Celtic spread, a full Celtic spread, I will also And go over and see where, go back over and see how we can go back to that card and see what that meaning is, and go over that and talk it over, take notes. Make sure, and I'm going to start writing this down too. Every sign needs to keep a journal. Every element, you should all keep a journal, even if you only write a couple of sentences, a paragraph or two. Especially you, fire signs. You have a passion in you that's really very fast paced. That's why I believe you got the hermit, because in the beginning here, and you're like running with the devil. Yeah. You're on fire. You're always running and going 500 miles an hour. Really good, but make sure that with all the beautiful things that you got going on, including yourself intrinsically and extrinsically, that you take care of you. Meditate, reflect, relax, take time for self, your health, your wealth, your beauty, your career, your mind, your soul. Your wealth is in your health. Okay? If you don't have health, it's hard for you to do all the other things you want to do. And with that said, so merry we part, blessed to be. Thank you for being here. And if you have anything you want to speak to me about, please put it in chat or put it down below. Bye bye now.